Hello, and I'm gonna here to explain this podcast episode. Sadly, during the editing process, my video has corrupted, so I can't edit it because the video is corrupted. I don't know, it's broken, it's crashing my software. So something's wrong with it. So I'm just gonna remove it from my PC entirely. Um, so sadly, this week's podcast with me and Exotic, which we tried so very hard on, is not coming out, not being released this week. Uh, we will release another podcast episode next week, which will have hopefully all the stuff that was in this episode of the podcast, and we can talk about some more stuff. Uh, so far this week, sadly, I couldn't get this podcast out, and I haven't really done very much in a while. I haven't posted much. You can go to Exotic's channel and look at basically everything he has to offer. I think we did a content warning stuff and a lot more different variations of things. So just pop over to his channel and look at some of the stuff that we've done together. Because there's a lot more on his channel than there is to mine. I can't upload my podcast this week, sadly. But next week, hopefully I can get it out by next week, maybe Wednesday, maybe later than that. I don't really know. Maybe it's 2 weeks time. It just depends. It really depends on when we film it and how long it actually takes me to finally get around to editing it and stuff. So, sorry about this week. I couldn't upload it. Well, not even weekly. It's just like whenever we can post them. We haven't posted since like Halloween. I'm pretty sure it's the last one I posted. So, Christmas was busy time for me and Exotic, and New Year's Eve I was sick, so yeah, I think Exotic was quite busy around those times as well, so we didn't really get the chance to do very much things. So recently, there has been more updates. Exotic can is free next week, so we will be recording maybe more content warning on his channel, and hopefully another podcast, hopefully an actual podcast where I can edit and actually put onto our channel. So I'm very sorry about this. I really appreciate all you guys for sitting down and trying to watch our podcast because it really means a lot to me, and as I'm sure it means a lot to Exotic as well. So sorry, can't edit it. It's broken, and I'm not trying to fix it. I really don't care enough to. I do care though. I do care a lot about you guys. I just don't really want to sit down and try and figure out why this doesn't work. So I'm just going to remove it, and we're going to move on. I'm going to make another podcast episode next week. Hopefully upload it by next week and not upload it in like a month's time. I need to upload it on time. Other than that, more podcasts will hopefully come out eventually when Exotic becomes more and more free and we can actually film stuff together. But right now, podcast broken, can't do nothing with it, gonna get rid of it, and we're gonna move on to the next one, another episode. So the episode 5 that was supposed to be this week, which I was gonna upload this week, is gonna have to be pushed to next week where we re-record and re-push out another episode. A different episode. It's gonna be different. I'm not gonna be talking about the things I was talking about in this podcast episode, mainly because it's a bit controversial and I don't really want to push out anything too much. So hopefully in this week there's more interesting stuff that I can talk about. There might be a few topics that came up in last podcast going into this one, but not as many, hopefully. So thank you guys for your views and the things you've watched in our podcast. Please just go over to Exotic and view all his stuff. There's a lot more on there. Thank you very much.